Hello, my cute creators. Welcome back to another episode of WIP Wednesdays or Work in Progress Wednesdays. In today's episode, I'm going to share a process of how I made a Diya painting for a client, and I'm also going to share the story behind the project. So let's get started. So I'm opening my canvas right now, and it is already primed canvas, so there's no need to prime it again. I have done my drawing. As you can see, I have drawn a beautiful Diya, as this is a Diya painting, and now I'm going to tone my canvas, and this is for the first time I'm trying something like this. I've done a few two or three paintings, so I'm not very good with acrylics. I've done a few on paper, but on canvas I've not done very much paintings. This is like third or fourth painting. So for the first time I'm setting the tone of the canvas. As you can see, I mixed brown, red and yellow to make this color, and now I'm mixing the shades according to the brightness level. Near the light of the diya we are keeping it more bright, so it's yellow, and towards the end it is more dark, as it is going to be almost near to black in our painting. I will drop a reference image here so you can see what I am painting. However, it's not going to be quite similar, as I have mixed 2 to 3 images for making this painting. And now don't forget to paint the edges of the canvas. As we are pro artists, we are gonna do that. And now I'm going on the detailing part of the diya. For this I'm starting with a brown color. I'm keeping the tone of the brown as near as to the soil, as we are making a earthen pot, earthen diya, so we are trying to keep the color as similar to this color of a soil, right? I did the outlines and now I'm filling it. Also, let me tell you the story behind this artwork. This was an order work from one of my cousins who wanted to gift it to someone on Guru Purnima, as our gurus bring light into our life. So that was the meaning behind this painting. I think you should know while I'm painting this. And now coming to the inside of the diya, keep kept a little bit of lighter tone in the center of the diya. As you can see, that is because that is going to be our batti for the diya, right? जो हम बत्ती लगाते हैं कॉटन की, वो हम उससे शो करने वाले हैं. अब जो हमारे दिए की लॉ का एरिया है, बैकग्राउंड है उसका, वी आर डूइंग दैट. एंड अगेन वी आर गोइंग टू कीप द शेड फ्रॉम लाइट टू डार्क इन द एंड, right? Starting with yellow in the center, then a bit of orange, then red and brown and black towards the end. इस साइड हम लोग towards the right side we are going to keep it at a little less dark, and on the left side we are going to keep it more dark, as it is the area is more to be covered, right? So I'm starting with black mixed with brown. We should never use black directly because it becomes too hard, then we cannot lighten it. But if it is light, we can dark it obviously. So I have mixed brown first in the black, and then I added black a little bit more later, right? You can see the whole process how it's going. See, now I'm adding a little bit more dark black and brown shade, because once it dark you cannot light it, but till the time it is light you can always darken it, right? Now we are just going to blend. You should try to make the transition as smooth as you can. The smoother the transition will be, the better our artwork will look, and it actually comes with a lot of practice and experience. That was whole I did on the day one. Around 1.5 hours it took me to do that much of part. Now it's day two while I'm painting this, and now for day two I'm starting with the inside of our law light of the diya, which I did first completely white, and then I added a little bit of yellow and oranges tone. And now again batti ko thoda sa light and highlight karenge. And now as you can see, I'm going towards the bottom side of the diya, in which I did again black, brown and similar kind of tones. We are going to show a little bit of shadow there, so the transition is not going to be that smooth that we did above, because we should see the shadow. As you can see the final output here. I was not able to record on day 3, so I could not record the final touches I did. I am telling you here, as side by side I am varnishing the final output. I did added a little bit of highlights in the diya, and I added a little bit of more orange and red tone in my law of the diya, as my client wanted to so, and actually it turned out really good. And finally when I was done and the client agreed with the final output, I added my varnish and sealed my artwork with a little bit of shine and wear and tear. This is how it finally looked. I hope you enjoyed the whole process and learned something new. And these were the photos taken by my client after gifting it to the person, and they actually loved it. So that's it for today's video. this was the whole process of how I made this painting, and also what were my client reviews. If you want to place order for any customized painting, then you can place a DM on my Instagram, or you can comment down below so that I can contact you. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.